Hi again, it's Laura at Hyperstamper, and I have a very pretty old book that I have turned into another of my antique junk journals. This one is especially beautiful. It is from the 1890s, and it's part of the Bessie Books series. This one is Bessie Among the Mountains. I've had a few Bessie books. This one was in really bad shape. I had to do quite a bit of repair to the spine, which was completely pulled off. So it is glued back down to a faux spine. And I've added some vintage doily down here. And I've strung some vintage beads. These Art Deco beads are my favorites. And it's still got that lovely gold on the spine there. And if you can see that beautiful coloring in these, I think they're daisies. Just so pretty, and yes, it's very worn, and it was well loved and well read. So let me take you on a journey and show you all the antique pages inside and the vintage treasures, including hankies and receipts. There's all kinds of fun stuff. Just before I put it in my Etsy shop. So this is the original inscription on the first page, and you can see up here it was June 25th, 1899. And then the first plate of the book, Bessie Among the Mountains. I love it. So here it is down here. The date of publication was 1891. And then this is the 1950s yearbook page that I turned into a double pocket. And look at this beautiful, beautiful vintage hanky. It is just stunning. I love how soft it is on this linen here. And look at this beautiful embroidery. Just gorgeous. I love it. So that's a real treat. Whoever gets this journal is very lucky. It's a one of a kind, that one. And then over here, I've got one of these wonderful plates from 1904 from the English Countryside series. It's lovely. You can journal on the back of that. And then tucked inside here, this is a little image from an 1850s veterinarian book. And I just made this little book here out of my cutoffs. There's lots of journaling in there. And then this is just a really fun image from an antique book with antique paper on the back so that you can journal on there too. And I just love these children's book pages, the color, the images, the artwork. I pulled this one out of an antique dictionary just because I liked the prairie dog image. I thought it was sweet. Oh, it's vintage. This is vintage here from the 70s. Look at these hairstyles. Oh my God, they're so awesome. Oh, they're wigs. Oh, that is even better. That's fantastic. I just love the discoloration of the pages from 50 years ago. Doesn't seem like that long ago. Got a doily making book there, crochet, and then this is a plate from the early 1900s. Look at that image there. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. And a color of one, which isn't a color photograph, but it was colored. And then this is an antique book plate, and it is in pristine condition because the box was never opened. But I have a few of these left. I'm very excited about those. And then this is from this book here, Bessie Among the Mountains. That's the first chapter page. Another antique page here, which is from a beautiful geography book. Look at this. It is the only one I have of its kind from 1923, and it's North America. Isn't that fabulous? So there's me, and there's my friends in America, and there's the place I love to vacation. It's a really special page. Over here, also from the 1920s, this is wonderful. Safety first, dress fasteners. I don't know what dress fasteners have to do with safety first, but I think that's hilarious. 1930s page there, and then this is a vintage book on antiques, and I just really love this Delft image there. So that's just a fun piece to have. Here's some of my pressed flowers. Aren't they spectacular? I really love how the colors came out on those, on top of a vintage dictionary page. And then this is one of those awesome 1947 Fashions Through the Ages pages. This is the French and Medieval Gothic. Isn't that fabulous? Look at these are wonderful. Like, how great are those? I just love it. I think that's a fun page. You have lots of fun if you do mixed media. A sunflower. Piece of doily here. Another wonderful children's book page. And then in here is this. There's no date on it, but I did look it up. Couldn't find this exact one, but it looks like it's from about the 40s. By the way, it was made. And then this is the spine of a book from the 1890s. It's just really cool. A book that was long dilapidated. Here is another one of these wonderful Beatrix Potter images from 1903. Vintage ledger page behind there. And then I made this journaling tag here with a little secret pocket in the back with another journaling tag. And this is from an antique box. See the gold on there? I love it. Really sweet little vintage image there. And this wonderful poem about June there. And then back here I have my vintage wildflower page here, and it's got double bluebells on one side. And then here is one of my 1937 5-year dictionary pages. And again, if you're the purchaser of this journal, I'm happy to switch out the date on that if I still have it. Just requested it, check out. And in this fun pocket, this is from the 1940s, and this is a vintage dictionary, or dictionary page. This here is 1950s. This is a 1920s flinch card. And then this is a antique transportation card from Mersey in England. Isn't that neat? Where the Beatles used to sing about. And then this, I love this, once in a lifetime, from an antique book. This is from a Learn How to Play Bridge set. Just a fun piece to have. We can make a lot of fun things out of that. And this is a front page from a vintage book, 1952, that you can journal on the back there. And I look, just like the blue in it. And then this is one of these awesome 1940 iron-on paid tissues here. This is the Laura Wheeler, and then you would iron that onto your tea towels or linens and then cross stitch. It even shows you where to add your cross stitching here. This is really quite sweet. So that's just so fun. Look at the images are just so typical of the 1940s whimsy. I'll tuck that back in there. Another vintage school book page here. And here's one of my 1950s baby cards. This one, it has a little where somebody, I guess, put a price tag there. But it's one of the only ones I've ever seen that's glossy. That's a big deal for the 1940s and 50s. And this one has a little bouncy guy here, a little boingy boing, little baby on the scale there. And you can journal inside there as well. So that's a pretty cool, special, different one. That's the only one I have like that. And then this is from the 1940s, this book. And then it is, I forget what it is. Is it Danish? Might be Danish or German. I really love the color of it. It's fabulous. Another Fun with Dick and Jane page. And then this is another one of these research hand-typed pages here. And the research is from 1888. This is another, I don't have many of these left, but I just love them so much. So it's a page that a student has taken from they took the whole book. And you can see behind here, there's actually some beautiful images I wanted to get at, but I couldn't. But they used it as a scrapbook. So they just used the pages of the book as the base, and then they put their own things on it that they really loved. So we've got a baseball player here, and we've got other fun little bits there that they thought were worthy of collecting. And then this is from my vintage, is it stuck in there a little bit? Birds of America. Oh dear, I don't want to pull it too hard. I will do that later so I don't rip it, but that page is on swans. Just a little bit stuck down there. And then this is from a 1950s recipe book. Better Homes and Gardens. Wonderful strawberry punch, quick punch, eggnog, all kinds of fun recipes on there for refreshments. Vintage ledger page again, and vintage bird book pages, front and back. Another 1940s children's book page here with animals. This I love. This came from a 1950s Bobbsey twin book, and I just love the pattern and the color. It's fabulous. So I turned it into a pocket. And then in here is this wonderful 1920s image with antique paper on the back for journaling. And then this is another one of these fabulous 1950s pages from a music magazine. It's a bit torn, but worth it because look at this, how to make money selling greeting cards, the words to the songs on the hit parade, and then some of these fabulous stars of the day. Just love it. Love it. Oh, so much fun. Honest to goodness. I just have so much fun making these. There's a vintage music sheet. And then this here, life-size anatomical diagrams. Pretty cool. And then here we have, that is from the inside of a book. And it was pressed through to the back. So I just ran some ink over it so you could see the Middle Ages and scissors. So that was Costumes of the Middle Ages, that book. This is a fantastic page from 1955. This page was on dogs. That is a yellow finch feather from my backyard and a little piece of embroidery or doily there. That came from an antique book. This is just a little tiny book with vintage botanical pages on it that I love. Tucked into a 1927 image. And then we have this beautiful vintage dictionary page here. Bird at the bottom. And then these are two of the original first pages from the book. Isn't that great? So you lots of journaling in there. And then over here we have one last little insert. Turn the crank and knit advertisement. You can journal on the back of that as well. Just really fun pieces. And then that is the original last page of the book. Look at how fabulous that is from the 1890s. So there you go. I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Don't forget to come back soon and subscribe.